I can use it in that. You need to.
I'm shocked that I had never heard of this guy. I watched that video the first time and I ugly cried.
What do you think about that, huh?
It's got my wheels turning and
What do you think about that, huh?
That's the Jesus that Mormons believe in. Dallas Jenkins. Is that the Jesus that you presented in this TV series?
What do you think about that, huh?
Phenomenal album, Irons in the Fire, Zeta Blacksmith.
What do you think about that, huh?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Unsolicited, episode 62. I'm your host, Norm the Master's Dog Dunham, aka the Evangelical Norm. So Unsolicited is just that. It is my unsolicited opinion on arts and entertainment as they intersect with a Christian worldview. I've done movie reviews, book reviews, TV show reviews. Those are sparingly because I really don't get the time to sit down and read a lot. I listen to a lot of books. So listening to them, I don't feel like I get enough of a retention to do a fair book review on these things. I mean, I gather the information there, but the retention is not as great. Movies, there's just not a whole lot of Christian movies out there that are worthwhile that I'm going to go into and take the time to look at and review. And the couple of Christian TV shows, more are coming as Lore gets more and more involved in making stuff and building up their repertoire. We'll see more, and I will do more reviews there. But that leaves us with Christian music, and mainly Christian hip-hop, because, again, that is my wheelhouse. It's what I love. It's what I take the time out to listen to and spend my time with. And so that is the majority of what you're going to see here on Unsolicited is Christian hip-hop. So sometimes it is solicited. Sometimes I'll get guys will send me singles or albums or something like that. Then they'll say, hey, will you review this? Will you take a look at it? And then I'm going to sit down and I'm going to give my honest, critical opinion of those albums. If it's an unsolicited, if I just pick up an album and I don't really like it, I'm probably going to just ignore it because, I mean, I don't feel the need to just drag somebody through the mud just because I didn't like their album. If someone asks me, I'm going to do it and I'm going to give my honest opinion. I'm not going to lie. But, so if I don't like it, I'm going to say I don't like it. But if I just pick it up and listen and I don't like it, then likely it's just going to get ignored and not even make it onto camera. So all that being said, there's just a little history and background on the podcast for those who are new. I've had a bunch of new subscribers over the last couple of months. So, and again, I owe that to all my old subscribers, faithful, who have watched, shared, liked, subscribed. That makes Mr. Algorithm send out the videos and podcasts, to more and more people who might be interested and take a liking to the podcast, which causes subscriptions to go up, which causes views to go up, which causes the people that I review their albums to get more and more exposure, and then they can make more money off of album sales and stuff like that, which is really my goal in doing any of this. Is I want to encourage you to go out and spend a couple of bucks, none of which I get a kickback on, but it's to support the guys and girls, brothers and sisters who are making quality, theologically sound Christian hip-hop to glorify God. So all that being said, today we are actually finally kind of caught up on all the albums. I'm not doing albums that are 3 months old. We're doing an album that just came out last Friday, and that is the new one by our brother, the homie, Ivy Conerly. So again, I mean, we're gonna cut out all the pretense, and I'm just gonna I'm a fan, huge fan. So I'm not even gonna hide the fact that Ivy is bounces back and forth between my number one and number two on my top 10 list, right? Him and Zeta Blacksmith. As they release albums, they go back and forth. So Ivy's album just came out. Bam. Ivy's jumped back up to number one until Zay comes out with something new. And then, they will continue in that ever ongoing fight between for one and two. So there you have it. No hiding the fact that I am a huge fan of Ivy Conerly. Album that came out just this last week is called Giant Season. So, really good album. It's not a short album. It's not a small album. It is 14 tracks, so it's a full length album that I'm sure you will love. So let's deal with the elephant in the room before we do anything. Yes. Track number 6, Not Feeling You, featuring Seven and Eshawn Burgundy. Eshawn Burgundy has walked away from the Christian faith. And I make no qualms about it. I've actually done videos where I've called him out as a false teacher. I've done videos where I've rebuked him for the different videos that he and his wife have done together. Now, I don't know if this song was done before Eshawn walked away or after or anything, and I'm not going to question Ivy's reasoning for having him on here. The reality is if you listen to the song, there's nothing theological in Eshawn's verses that I heard. And again, I may be wrong. You can come at me and let me know if I'm wrong. I know the people who are going to come at me already for not just dismissing this entire album because of one song with one false teacher on it. And again, I mean, I love Ivy. He's my homie. He's my boy. But I'm not going to, just because I like Ivy, I'm not going to go back on what I feel and what I have said. And until Eshawn publicly repents and comes back into the faith that we all have been given, right? And until then, I'm going to maintain that. But I'm not dismissing the entire album. Here's the deal. I know Ivy. I've spent time with Ivy. I've talked to Ivy. I know he is sound theologically. I mean, the other songs that are on this album, I'm Christian with Dante and Black Thoven. Don't Forget, Right Now, Active. All these other songs that are on there, Fight, Laugh, Feast. I mean, he talks about the guys from Cross Politics, Toby Sumter, Gabe Wrench, Chocolate Knox. These guys are all very theologically sound, very reformed. Ivy has not gone out of the reformed camp. You hear it on I'm Christian. You hear it throughout this album. You hear Ivy's solid theology. There you go. Why Eshawn is on this album? That's a question for Ivy at another time. Maybe one day once I get to the point where I can do interviews and stuff like that, I'll ask him about it. Honestly, probably not. Ivy can deal with that. He can address that when guys go and ask Ivy about that. I'm just giving my fanboy opinion of this album, and my fanboy opinion of this album is it is amazing. And I meant to pull up my Amazon Music, and so I'm going to do this in real time and get a couple of tracks. I'm going to play the video. If you watched a couple of weeks ago, I did an episode called Singles, Singles, and Singles, More Singles, something like that. And I played, it was before the album dropped and the single Active had come out. So I played the video then. I'm going to play the video again because I like it and I can because it's my podcast and I'll do what I want. Right? Napoleon, do whatever I want. Gosh. But I want to drop a little bit of my other favorite song on here, which is, of course, now I can't find it. Ivy, Giant Season, where are you? There it is. For track number 2, I'm Christian. One of my favorite songs on here. And again, you will hear. Now, here's the thing. there's a little more political stuff on here. You'll hear it. Not quite all the way to Kurt Kennedy. C4, the appendix, reporting live, that level of political. And no, I'm not. I mean, Kurt is theologically sound, all that stuff, but he deals with a lot more of the political situations than Ivy tends to in some of his albums. In the last few, you've seen more and more. But this is, again, this active stuff like that, very solid theologically sound. You know what I'm trying to say. Really good, God glorifying, just basic Christian hip hop. I shouldn't say basic because it's not basic. This is good. But it's solid foundational. That's the word I'm looking for. Foundational, not basic. Foundational Christian hip hop. So here is featuring Dante and Black Tobin. I hope I'm saying the name right. I'm assuming. I'm Christian off of Giant Season. Ivy Conerly. Here we go.
It's Christ on mine all the time, and I stay built up for the grind. I'm Christian. This about us for real. In times like this, we go harder than steel. I'm Christian. What you thought it was, so we couldn't figure it out. That's the annoying all on me. I'm Christian. Yeah. I'm Christian. Tripping on me, when you tripping on me. I'm Christian. Still on the grind with the veterans. Still. In the eschaton, partial preterists. Yep. Systematic theology cracking off. Epistemologically taking up the cross. Y'all played with toys when I was ducking them boys. Music made noise, my clique real McCoys. Never said I was the hardest, but stood on my truth. Always was the kind of artist that just told the truth. Had females stole well for wholesale. I tripped, failed in county jails with no bail. With a proud jail, another black male nail. What a system fail, hell, ain't no pale ale. Just a bunch of 211 blunts all stale. Now I'm on my way to heaven, facts upscale. Christ for life till my breath gone, heart fail. And the Lord say, son, you done well. I'm Christian. It's Christ on mine all the time, and I stay built up for the grind. Cause I'm Christian. This about us for real. In times like this, we go harder than steel. I'm Christian. What you thought it was, so we couldn't figure it out. That's the annoying all on me. I'm Christian. I'm Christian.
All right, so there is I'm Christian from Ivy off of Giant Season. So again, I'm not giving it all to you because I want you to go buy it. I'm going to give you all of the next song because the video's out. It's out there. It's available and free for everybody. So I'll play the whole thing, and I'm going to play the whole thing. This is Active by Ivy Conerly, Giant Season. Here we go.
Poppin', man, what we getting into?
I don't know, man. We find something to do.
No, you taking way too long. No, he need to hurry up and get over here, man.
Stop talking, y'all. Today, we're going to learn about...
Hey, my bad, man.
Today, we're going to learn about being...
This ain't for everybody. Only elite. Yeah. You can call us the elect, though. Look at my brothers, man. We pulling up everywhere by the grace of God. Ain't nobody trying to be hard. We just out here doing our job. Real talk. They keep telling me to stay out of trouble. I just can't help it. No felonies. I'm a different rebel. I believe you felt it. Look, we too different. Even my mood different. Check on my tool different. Look, we move different. In and out of state, but this mind state cut the crime rate. Okay. Tell them they got fake all day. Mission commission great. Still stuck in the hood. Why? Cause you stuck in your mind. Why? God meant it for good. When you live in this grind, everybody find this light of mine, I'ma let it shine. No concubines, I'm a man of God, read between the lines. If I go, gotta go with Christ. I know that it's all about faith. If I boast, gotta boast in Christ. I know that it's all about grace. Active. 24/7 we active. Always making excuses. You don't really wanna change. This truth is exclusive. We shutting down the whole thing. That's why we tell them we active. 24/7 we active. Always making excuses. You don't really want to change. This truth is exclusive. We shutting down the whole thing. That's why we tell them we active. 24/7 we active. Always making excuses. They don't really want to change. This truth is exclusive. We shutting down the whole thing. That's why we tell them we active. I would hit licks with a small click, breaking all the rules. It was me, Lil Tree, Josh D, better known as Smooth. Where? That was Esco days. In LA, we got loose too. Who else? It was me, T-Money, Tycoon, Lil Sweet, Sadie Blue. Peace. Out on the grind, like full of crime, wasn't a stranger. Losing my mind, looking at time, covered in danger. What am I alive for? I done did things almost died for. God business, that's pronto. I'm a real Christian, that's gospel. He never needed my permission. Saved from my disposition. Then he put me on a mission. Tell the world, get a witness. No coming back, I'm gone fishing. Really baiting them trenches. Eternal life, better listen. Christ, death, burial, resurrection. Active. 24/7 we active. That's right. Always making excuses. You don't really want to change. This truth is exclusive. We shutting down the whole thing. That's why we tell them we active. 24/7 we Come on. Always making excuses. You don't really want to change. This truth is exclusive. We shutting down the whole thing. That's why we tell them we active. 24/7 we active. Always making excuses. They don't really want to change. This truth is exclusive. Shutting down the whole thing. That's why we tell them we active. Salute to the homies. Shout out to fence outsiders. You know what it is. Infantry, hog mob. Shout out to Wrath and Grace, Lembo. Shout out to RPH, God Over Money, Kingdom Music. Y'all know what it is. Everybody out there that's putting it down. Everybody that's outside. Whether you know enough or not, God see you.
All right, so there you go. That is Active by Ivy Conerly. Again, just another one of the really good songs. I've never been disappointed by an Ivy Conerly album. I've never come across an album where I went, not good. No, not worth it. Always good, theological, entertaining, bars, beats, you name it, it's there and it's good. And again, never been disappointed. So go out and pick this up. This one I could not find on Bandcamp. One of the very few albums of Ivy Conerly's that I did not get off of Bandcamp. If it's on there now, maybe he's got it up by now. But I would always recommend going to get these albums on Bandcamp because, and I say that because Bandcamp is the only platform I've been able to buy Christian and hip hop and be able to leave a tip, pay a little bit extra. You go to a restaurant, you get good food, you get good service, you leave a tip, right? Why should it be any different than with our brothers and sisters who are making good quality theologically sound Christian hip hop, glorifying God? They do this to the glory of God, and they need to make money to continue to do this to the glory of God. Unfortunately, one of the drawbacks to living in this world is to create music and create content like these guys do. It takes money, and in order for them to make the money, we need to spend the money. Don't stream it because they don't make that much money off of streaming. It's literally less than pennies on the dollar for every stream that they do. But if you're willing to go out and buy the album, if you can get it on Bandcamp and pay a little extra to where a little bit more goes to the artist, great. Please do that. If not, you can go pick it up on Amazon Music, iTunes, wherever it is that you buy your music. Go buy this album. Support our brothers who are doing Christian hip hop. You can go buy the T-shirts. You can get the Active T-shirts. Hit up Ivy's Facebook page, Twitter, any of those places. You can get the links to pick up the T-shirts and stuff like that, to where you can again support these brothers and sisters who are out there making good quality Christian hip hop to the glory of God and for our benefit, for our edification. I was about to say sanctification, but edification and entertainment. So please go support Ivy. Pick up this album. Giant Season, available wherever you get your stuff. I hope it's on Bandcamp soon. And then Ivy's always doing, every so often, he'll do crazy deals on Bandcamp. So if you don't have the rest of his catalog, you can go pick that stuff up on Bandcamp as well. If you hit him up at the right time, you can actually get a couple of autographed CDs. Very few CDs that I actually asked for autographs from. Dusty Marshall, right there, and Ivy. Some of the few guys that I've ever asked, hey, I want your autograph. And I've got them. So there you go, guys. Ivy Conerly, Giant Season. It's out. It's available. Pick it up and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed to the podcast here. Like, share, do all that stuff so other people can get that and Ivy can get a little bit more exposure for this album. And as always, preach the gospel at all times. Use words. They're necessary. Till next time, Soli Deo Gloria.